Hello everybody and welcome to Season 3 of the American Premier League and Hell Let Loose. I am your host, the Goomotrain, and this is my first time streaming for the APL, so I'm a little nervous, but it's going to be fun, I hope, and so let's get to it. I will be streaming for you. Yeah. The Line versus Snow Leopard Knights. This is Division 2, actually. It says Division 1, but that's on me. I should change that. It's Division 2. But yeah, I'm just waiting for them to flip the map. So while we wait, I have a couple things here. I can show you what the division lineup is right now. So for Division 1, we got Esprit de Corps, Gary Busters, Helios, Syndicate, and Infiltration. Now, I've heard a couple of these names. Obviously, I played on their servers a bunch of times, so I know that Syndicate has some good people. I've been slaughtered by them on the battlefield a number of times. Oh no. Lost my stream deck for a second. And, okay, here. Division 2. So here, we're Division 2 right now. We got Chimera, Fallschirmjäger, Snow Leopard Knights, The Line, and Winter Wind. The Line, again, is another server that I've played on. So I know that I've seen their players do really good. I don't know anything about Snow Leopard Knights. Before when we were leading up to these games this weekend, I asked all the teams for bios so that we would have information on them, and these are the two teams that didn't really answer. I got one thing from TL, but it wasn't much. We'll get to that in a second. Division 3. We got Vanguarda, 250 Hellbees, Bad Intentions in the Old Guard, Merciless, Rangers of the North, and Chad, with that Chad Stewart's flare gun, I think is what the name of that server is. Furious Frogs is a French team. I heard them on one of the other streams talking about their French teams. Again, I don't really know much about these teams. I'm new to the APL, so hopefully next time I can know a little more. I mean, I do have some of the bios on some of these other teams, but I wanted to stick with what we're playing today. So, Division 4, we have Odyssey, Hellfire, 10th Mountain Division, Cobras Fumantes, the Lucky Strikes, Condor Legion, and La Campañas Maldita. Oh, in the Ronin. So there's actually a lot in Division 4. So that is what's going on coming up. Still waiting for them to flip the map. And they had the schedule and stuff. I didn't have time to edit all my keys. I was busy right before this stream started. So we'll just kind of hang out and chat for a minute. I am excited for this match. Based off of a lot of the predictions, it looks like people think that the Snow Leopard Knights are going to win. You know, time will tell and we'll see what happens. Foy Knight. While I'm at it, why don't I go ahead and turn the brightness up, since this is Foy Knight. And I want you guys to be able to see as well as possible. So I will turn my PC brightness up. Hopefully that helps. Wow, you can see it reflecting off my face. Oh man, we're just kind of waiting for the map to flip. We were supposed to start a few minutes ago, but you know how these guys, most of the people watching are players, so you know how this goes. It never starts exactly when you want it to. 10 minutes late, we win, they said. Who are we? I wonder who we're waiting for. Looks like we are missing about 5 people, I think. Because this is... So, Division 1 is going to do the 49s. Division 2, 3, and 4 are doing 36s. So, same rule set. You know, one-man artillery. The big difference is that you only get 1 tank squad instead of, however many you want. So, we'll see 1 heavy per team out there doing their damage, and we'll see artillery laying the hate train as they do, because you're not allowed to stop them. That's what I'm missing. I was going to add in a slide for the AP rules, but the big things is that you can't destroy resource nodes. You can't stop artillery, so that the whole recon artillery loop is broken here. It's kind of nice. Recon gets to be snipers and artillery gets to shoot artillery. It's just one guy though. Still, let's see. Still waiting for that kickoff timer to go off. We'll still have a couple minutes then. Normally I would have waited for that because I knew my intro wasn't going to be very long. I enjoy doing the talk show stuff. I suppose I do have some stuff over here. So let's take a look. What else could I show you? They got like these top 10 things, but because it's the first week. Is that working? There it goes. See? Oh, they do have it. Here we go. We do have some top 10s already. It's a little small on my screen. But what is that? Winters? Number 1 place, 157. Wow. He's got 157 kills. These are all artillery guys, I bet. So here's the top 10 artillery guys for each team who've played already. Oh, that's wrong mouse. I need to click this mouse. Turn that off. What was that? Top 10. Top 10 kill leaders. That's the same thing. Well, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this little league video that they got for you guys real quick. And I'm going to inquire as to when we're going to flip this match. So I will be right back.
hard tap to get a full squad click off my OP.
Okay, they have flipped the map. We should be ready to start up here right about now. So, let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, gotta fix the timer real quick here in 45 seconds. Once they start up, I accidentally hit the timer button while I was flipping my screens over. That's okay. That's okay. Everybody has their little mistakes early on in the series. Let's move the mic out of my face. We should be good to go there. This should be set up. 30 seconds. Is this live? Yeah, it's live. Well, whatever. They'll figure it out. Southern Edge in position. You can see them calling in supplies right off the bat. Be dropping right by these warehouses here. A little north. No, like right here by this trench. So it looks like they're anticipating a cap right off the start. There's the timer. Reset the timer. And we are a go. So let's take a look. I see some trucks coming. 3 transports. A supply truck, and it looks like recon tank. There comes the medium up the main road for the Germans. For TL, for the Americans. We are coming up the main road. We've got supply truck stopping to build a garrison at highway. And supply truck coming up the main road. And here comes the rest of their forces over here, other side of Southern. So let's just get into position, see what happens. Get some names. Oh man, I apologize, SLK. I'm not going to be able to pronounce names like that. I'm sorry. I just can't. Slow the camera speed down. Got some tank rounds coming in. Almost caught a hold of that truck. You got everybody jumping out now. A little nervous. We got some rocket rounds coming in. Swing and a miss. No hit. Truck goes up in flames from the tank. More rockets coming in. Trucks go down. We've got Max over here. Looks like this is the first casualty for SLK. Got 4 into the strong point for SLK and 3 for TL. Recon goes down. Some tank rounds coming in. That looks like it was strafe and run by SLK. Tank rounds going back and forth. TL taking the trenches. Slow down. SLK is into the gun pit over here on the east side. So looks like was a spawn in right behind that truck right there. So SLK's got some spawns in close. I see Palstrus there in the trench, so they probably have a trench there as well. You got SLK guys going down in the road and behind the building. There's a pretty strong presence for TL here. We're behind in the trench, except for this one squad leader in the gun pit. And we know that they had a squad leader, or right there, you can see it. OP right behind that truck. Pushing real hard to try and hold on to it, make sure that TL doesn't get it. I don't know if they know it's there. Flare goes up. They're going to know that there's enemies there. Pretty sure that was a TL flare. Got the medium over here. See what he can see. That's just the Stewart. I can hear the Lukes off over here on the west side. Not sure what he just took out. Cap is starting to climb towards TL. The Lukes goes down. Right? Was that the Lukes? Yeah, buddy, that's the Lukes. Lukes goes down. Nice job. But there is the P4. Yeah? Yeah, that's P4. Sometimes you don't know. Of course, they can't get a Tiger yet. You know that. You're just being nervous because you're never streamed for the APL before. But anyways, let's get back over here to the center. They got a couple guys left still in the trench. And it looks like SLK is swinging around out to the east. Got a couple of guys, including a machine gun, that they're running into, holding on to that flank. I think that was just a truck. Got the light pushing up now. They got 2 lights now? 2 Stewarts? Two Stewarts, and there's a P4, or not a P4, a Sherman back here. Taking some rocket fire from the east from that squad. Oh. Catching some guys by this building, though. Taking them out. Getting a spawn in the trench. Artillery's starting to come in now. I'm not sure whose it is. Based off where it is, though, I'm going to guess that that's SLK artillery coming in. Big artillery hit right there on whoever that was. Most of that squad out in the east has now been taken down. They still got their spawn out there. Nobody's pushed out and stopped that, but there is the cap for the line. Capture for subs at their end goes to the line. They've already started capping Foy. They got, what do they have up here that's, they got a recon tank and a squad leader over here. Trump's right something. Trump's right ear, I bet. Ooh, he just got a hold of that supply drop right there. He's going to take it down immediately. SLK chick looking to build a garrison. I don't think he's going to even get it up. Look, he doesn't even realize the supplies are gone yet. Now he knows. Oh, flying around like that. See what happens. And Data runs right past him. Takes some shots at him. Doesn't get him. See if he peeks that corner. Data's just going to run past. Trump is just going to run past. Chick is looking. And they're just kind of feeling each other out. Data's starting to move off. Okay. Let's go take a look over at what's happening at the center again. Holding on to their trench. And SLK is still just right here by this house. This no man's land is so difficult to get across, especially if they got tanks and artillery covering it, which they do. Off into the east, it looks like TL is pushing up, trying to clear out this trench. There was an OP here that we know of. Squad leader goes down. I don't think he got his OP moved up. There's a, actually, maybe that wasn't a squad leader. Anyways, TL right here on them, taking him out. 6-6 goes down. Redacted. Oh, Redacted goes down from SLK symbols. I don't know what to say. Just SLK. We'll just say SLK. I don't know what those names are. I wish I did, but I don't. Got a hold of the trench down here. Shooting rockets. Swinging a miss with the rocket. Looked like he was trying to take that machine gunner out. They do have an MG in this house. Taking fire at the trenches. Trenches are pinned down by multiple machine guns now. You got Udachu up there. Let's push up here and see what's going on. Data has pushed past now, so Data and Trump's right here, we're both squad leaders, so they definitely have OPs up here now, up here in the northeast of Foy. East and northeast. Not sure where Trump's right here is going. He's pushing way out and around. Oh, who's shooting? I heard a grease gun. Somebody was shooting with a grease gun, I swear. Oh well. There's a supply truck there. Garrison probably close by. Data is right up in Foy. He's got a good position in that house. Probably doesn't want his OP that close, though. Maybe back here in these trenches or something where it won't get discovered immediately. It's hard to say. If he can get his squad in right away, they can maybe get a presence, but I don't know. In the meantime, he's in the back of them, holding on to his spot. Maybe waiting for his squad. Let's take a look over here and see what's going on the west side. TL just pushing up this line of buildings, trying to clear out this courtyard for now. You got... Oh, that's why things are screwing around. Turn my mouse down. You got Bic and Brosov Stalin. Brosov Stalin? Oh, Jesus. Brosov Stalin. Of course. That's what it's... Yeah. I get it now, and the light bulb comes on. Big old rocket hit here. Artillery coming down also on this courtyard. Those two were pretty far apart. Could have been from the same gun. Probably was. I don't know. That could be both teams are dropping artillery right here, though. You never know. How did Hippie get up over here? You've got TL guys just kind of like intermixed into the lines of SLK. So TL's holding a good line south of Southern Edge. All you know, they've got there in the east. They're holding here in the center. Their tanks take a little damage. They're getting some defenses set up now, looking to hold on to this position. Over here in the west, they're pushing up. They've got a couple guys into the enemy lines. They've got the Steward over here, shooting flank fire. Ooh, but he's got an engineer. Looking to get a satchel on, maybe. Let's see what happens. Can Rainbow Dash get the satchel on? He's going for it. He's going for it. I believe that's a satchel. That's a satchel, and I don't... Oh, he's solo. He never saw it. That satchel is a guaranteed kill. Nice job, Rainbow Dash. Got right around that building and took him out. We don't even need to watch that death. Here comes a bombing run, though. That's definitely a TL bombing run. Maybe got a garrison with it. I don't know. I know there's a garrison over here somewhere, almost certainly. They've been spawning over here like crazy. There's a OP right there. That tank. There he goes. There goes the Stewart. So there goes one of TL's tanks. They've been using those guys pretty steadily. Let's head over here. A lot of open space, which, I mean, Foy can be like that. It's really hard to get across this open area, so it doesn't surprise me that this is really open and empty. We gotta look to the flanks. Now, up over here, looks like this did get cleared out. Nothing but SLK over here. Data actually, looks like he swung all the way up and around to the north side, gets his OP down up here by Cobrew. By Cobrew Factory. Gets an OP down, gets a spawn in. He must be right on the line. No? No, he's not. Just seems like he's way out here, but yeah. Is he picking up his OP? I just heard footsteps. Oh, it was tigers. It was tigers. So he must just be looking for reinforcements, but he does have a good position around on the back side of him. Just get his squad to push in a little harder and get some pressure on. Get them to pull their guys. Their hippie finally got found and taken out. He was in the middle. For a long time, he was all in their lines. I don't know if he was looking for a tank. Here's the tank here, getting repaired. Is that the tiger? And we have a tiger. But what can he see? Can you see that enemy tank? No, they're all behind the building over there. So he's in perfect cover right now, just getting his repairs. Some machine gun fire laying down towards southern edge. SLK and Saketsu over here. That's an OP below me. So they got an OP right here, 2 machine guns protecting it, holding on to this intersection, just excuse me. Making it impossible for TL to push across that open spot, like I said. They could potentially push through these woods here. You know, you get some OPs right here, and then you leapfrog into this building, and then you try to leapfrog in. It can be done, but it would be really hard to do right now with TL having guys in there of their own. It looks like their best push for TL right now is over here on the west, which is probably the best bet. You push up, you know, you get OPs and garrisons way back here, and you just start working your way up these buildings. Now they're all the way up over here. Got WW1 right there, looking for... What you doing, monster? Reloading. Ken takes out Rainbow Dash. Bai Mao in the house. Oh, I was gonna look. Wanted to see what he did from his point of view, but we missed it. Took me too long to lock on. That's okay. Oh, here we go. Alright, they're pushing across that open area, getting into this building. Trying to take control of it. One of them goes down. Palstra still holding on. SCP White gets taken out by Gil. They hold on to the house, so... SLK tried that frontal assault, didn't work. Over here in the east, TL's got a good stronghold. What's this? Way out. Looks like somebody's going for the long flank here, but I don't see a squad leader. So it's hard to say what his end game goal is. Just wreaking havoc, I guess. If he can get a couple spawns, then he'll have maybe make the time that he spent over there worthwhile, but let's come back over to this flank. In the east side, you got Mello taking out one of SLK guys. Is that the Tiger again? Yeah, that's the Tiger right there. So they're slowly working up on the Tiger. Got Let's as an AT getting close. Gets taken down by Thread, I think, over here. They're pushing up the center. It's so hard to push across these open areas. Every time they try, they just get wiped out. But over here in the east, there is no tank or artillery pressures. We'll see what happens. Mello goes down. SLK pushing up close. Galtia trying to loses the OP. Let's spawns in, though, so they don't have a squad leader. They're not going to be able to replace that OP, but maybe they can hold this position until the squad leader pushes back up. Kind of swing around so we can see the rest of the map while we watch this. So Galtia takes one of them out. We got Let set up his MG, laying down suppressing fire. Was that Redacted? Who done it? It was Mello. So Mello's coming from way back there, trying to make his way back up here. We'll see if these guys can hang on to this position. There's a lot of pressure coming from SLK to push him out, though. Oh, there goes the Tiger. With artillery landed on it as well. Didn't quite see what killed the Tiger. Don't think it was the 76 because he's looking the other way. Or 75, I mean. Oh, they took out the Tiger. Didn't see what got him. I don't think it was a precision strike. I didn't hear the plane. Maybe artillery. You can kill tanks with artillery, but oh well. He dead now. Without that Tiger, though, that's going to be a lot harder to hold on to this east flank. They're not putting a lot of pressure on over here anymore. So they did good job clearing that out. They've got another tank right there. Is that another Tiger? I thought there was only supposed to be one tank. Maybe it's just one Tiger. Maybe I'm confused on the rules. I'll have to reread it. MG here, overlooking all of this. He could probably see way out there, maybe get some fire way out in that open area, but there's not really much for him to see where he is. I mean, cover your sectors. They did take control of this house now, so they're getting up in close into the front. But so this tank pushed off to the flank. It must have. I bet he was the one who killed the Tiger. Yeah, he must have killed the Tiger. I didn't even see him there. You guys probably did, though. Yeah, they're really getting up here in the front. You got TL pushing out over here into this east gun pit, trying to keep a little bit of a fire on him, keep him out of that house. Not really much of a flank fire coming on. Got Redacted pushing up over in that general direction, but he's been trying to push the flank this whole time. I don't know if he's going to try... Oh, big artillery hit, followed up by a beautiful rocket. That was so nice. Another beautiful rocket. The OP is still there, but man, that hurt. That hurt for SLK. That didn't feel good. Look at that, just throwing the hate right at that house. And just like that, that attack is stopped and cleared out. Let's head over here to the west. We haven't looked over here in the west in a while. Conveniently, both the points are right on top of each other, so it's fairly easy to keep an eye on both points at the same time. Got some tank rounds coming in right here. The 76 is right up on top of these guys. So is Ken. You got Bick right there. So I imagine that they have an OP behind that house. Tank laying down fire there. Getting the machine gun there in that house now. Saketsu looking from this house, just there on the stairs. Let's see if we can take a look at what he's looking at. Pretty good position here, pretty good line of sight. Good cover, of course, behind that wall. That tank over there, though, they can't really push past his position. That tank has an amazing field of fire. And because he's a three-man tank, it's going to be a lot harder to get a satchel on him. Oh. Ooh. They just decided to just shove a tank down their backside, taking some rocket fire. Making them pay for it. Swing and a miss at the AT. That was a ricochet rocket, too, so he didn't take any damage from that. Oh, no, he did. He is. He's smoking back here a little bit. He did take damage from that. I didn't see the flames at first. Got his driver laying down machine gun fire to the front. Here comes the satchel. Now, they're a two-man tank, so almost took out his teammate. He's got a satchel on the 76. As a two-man tank, they don't have a spotter, so they probably don't see that satchel. So, unfortunately, they're probably going to lose this tank. Unfortunate for TL. It's very fortunate for SLK because they need to get rid of all these tanks that TL is just shoving into their faces. That tank's going to go down. Ken took a hold of this house, though. Now that that tank is down, they're probably going to be emboldened to get a little more aggressive down here. Yeah, here they go. They're pushing south and east, getting around, trying to get around that other tank who moved out and away. These guys are doing a good job of moving their tanks around. It's really hard to get that precision strike if you don't sit stationary. Oh, there's the garrison is right there. There's their garrison right there. See, I don't really look at the map. I should, but I don't because I can only see the one side and I don't like that. So. Tend to just fly around and see the action for myself. There's some really close-in fight going on right here. Tiandao trying to look at that garrison. Didn't really see who took out Bick. Looks like maybe WW1 from way out there in that house, maybe. Here comes the tank. He's aware that there's a lot of pressure going on over here, so he's going to come save the garrison. They do not want to lose that garrison. Tiandao right up in their faces, taking out... I didn't see who that was. One of TL guys. Driving the tank right into the trenches. Does not care. Shooting rounds at that hay bale out there. I don't think there was anybody there. I think there's just so much pressure over here on the west side that they're driving the tank out and hitting everything they can. Let's shift back over to the east for a minute. We'll come back to that in a second. But now that that tank's over there, they'll probably hold strong, I would imagine. Over here in the east, they've got their tank up in close again with Mellow, just like they do in the west. But they are getting some wide flanks happening right now. We've got 3 squad leaders from SLK going out and around. That looks like American supply. No, it's an airhead. Is that enemy airhead? Oh, it's right over here. I didn't see it. It was underneath the map key. That's why I couldn't see it. I was like, wait a second. I don't see it on the map. All right. Got a couple of SLK squad leaders pushing out and around. I don't know if they'll come this far out. They likely saw that supply drop. He's looking the other way, though, so I think they're just looking to flank right down this row here. Yep, here's one of SLK guys already here, getting behind. Now, this could be bad for TL. We'll see how they react to it, but there's a little bit of pressure coming out and around behind them now. They've got this tank further back, though, so that's a good spot for him to be further back to he can protect the other tanks, as well as fall back and defend if he needs to. He's so close to the defending point. Excuse me. Looks like the center is just catching some artillery right now. Still pretty open. Over here in the west, looks like TL lost that garrison. So they've just got the one tank holding in the west, with this other squad just trying to cut this attack down. So they've got pressure there, but over here in the east... Okay, TL's starting to react to it now. Down here in the south, they're starting to catch these guys as they're coming in. Bisper looking the wrong way. Takes a shot in the back from Nas. Alet's coming out and around behind him. He's maybe going to get this tank. Oh, he's waiting for it. He's waiting for it. It's a 2-man tank. Boom! And the P4 goes down. That was a nice rocket. It's good patience by him, hanging out behind the embankment, waiting for the tank to go past. Flare going up. That's a green flare. So that's friendly. Ooh, nice cool breeze just came through. That feels nice. It gets hot in this corner. You've got SLK is still slipping in down here on the south side, but there's a couple of TL guys intercepting them. It's not as dangerous looking as it was a minute ago. They might have a garrison over here. That tank commander, I think he was looking to get into his tank before it blew up. Oh, yeah. SLK commander out wide with the supply truck, looking to set up garrisons way out on the flanks. Looks like they're getting tired of this frontal attack BS. Oh, SLK up in the trenches. Takes him out. It's just 2 guys down in the trenches now. TL Gill and SLK. They did get a spawn in over in TL. Got a spawn in over in the gun pit. They're sending a flare up, trying to figure out who's here. How much pressure they've got on. Just the one SLK guy in the trenches right now. Shooting at the reinforcements coming in. They would have heard that shot. Wow, takes out Gill. Takes out... Wow, oh man. TL's catching some hell right now. Oh man, Trans goes down. Look at this. SLK has just had enough. They've had enough. They let them have their hope. Here comes the bombing run. That is not a very successful bombing run, though. Didn't even get these guys here. Though they got this pressure in the, you got the SLK guys still in the trench, and they do have some pressure coming in, but unfortunately for them, that wasn't a very successful bombing run, and TL's holding on pretty decent at the moment. The flare going up. This SLK guy, like, oh, he finally goes down. Got use the, what's that? Use the piano? I don't know what his name is. I gotta find out. Use the what? I want to know. Use the Piat. Use the Piat. I hear that thing's actually pretty good though. I don't play AT, so I don't know, but man, over here in the east is starting to get a little intermixed. They're pushing their guys up this other way now, trying to get behind the TL guys that are in this area. TL holds their ground, and they got to spawn in down there on the south. We got another tank flanking out wide too. I see some trucks, enemy trucks out there. Enemy. I shouldn't say it like that. Just because it's red doesn't mean it's my enemy. We got some SLK trucks out there. And they're holding on to this position. They've got probably an OP in this cluster of trees here. Redacted pushing back into them. Looks like they're holding on to the center real good now too. They're stopping this flanking assault from coming in. We know that SLK got a garrison out there way in the east because we saw the commander with the supply truck. But, you know, for now, that's cleaned up. So let's go take a look over here. Up here on the north side in Foy, you've got TL Hippie, a squad leader, getting spawn-ins up close into Foy. Chick goes down. They're holding on to this house. This house is a good position if you want to hold on to Foy. It's got several good vantage points. The fact that they have hold of that house could mean something for them. Depends on how SLK reacts to this. What? Oh, trying to take out the garrison way out here. Do it again. Come on. Boom! Lands the garrison hit. Nice fucking shot, Trump. Trump's right ear. Alright, back over here in this cluster, courtyard and cluster of buildings. Still a lot of stalemate going on. A little pushing back and forth. Some rockets coming in from TL. Another spawn in from SLK. Trying to hold on to this area. Trying to keep TL from pushing them out. Vice versa. TL's trying to keep from being pushed out. They're already way out here on the very edge of this courtyard. There's a squad leader right behind. What's he looking at? Is he gonna get it? There it goes. Gets the supply truck. Squad leader knows he's there. Squad leader can't do anything about it because he's a squad leader. They are getting up over here on this west side though, because if you can take hold of this area, if they could get that tank out of there and take control of those trenches, then they can push across this open area maybe, using some smokes. Throw some smokes here in the open, push your way up this fence. It can be done. It's difficult, but it can be done. Get some machine gun covering fire, maybe a tank. Let's actually, now that I say the word tank, let's fly over here to SLK. I have not seen one of their tanks in a long time. You've got a Tiger back here at Foy, just trying to hold on to Foy. Maybe they're just using their tanks defensively. It does look like these guys got pushed out of this house. They're still in the area. Don't see the squad leader. They might have got the OP and cleared him out. I don't see any more of SLK's tanks, though. Anybody see any of their tanks? Bird up! Hello, Lion. Thanks for stopping by. Kind of a bit of a build-up going on here in the center now, right here at this house. Let's see what they intend to do with this. Pushing across the open. Immediately catching some crossfire from the machine guns. Gotta throw some smokes or something, guys. You can't make it across that open area unless you throw some smokes. And even then, it's hard. Galtia is going to see if he can take that MG out, though. Should have an easy shot. Yep, headshot. Ding! That takes care of that MG. If Galtia can hold a flank fire right here, then maybe these guys can push through the front. Hard to say, though. TL's got another big spawn in up here in the north, though. They're doing a lot of infiltrating on SLK. They're really getting out and around them and getting behind them. Just like one or two squad here and there, just getting in their backline and causing havoc. Forcing them to constantly have to be reactionary, which is good for TL. You really want to be the ones dictating the flow of the battle. Even if they're not capping, they're still controlling what's happening. And they've got this east side completely cleared out. They've just got this up here in the north. It looks like SLK is aware of them. Maybe a garrison lit up or something. Data takes down that other squad leader. Ogden's staring, waiting to see where they come from. Should see them moving through the woods here right about now. Here's some shots. Some return fire. Data goes down. Ooh, and he goes down. Gets caught with the crossfire. But there is an OP right here. So, it's not going to be completely uncontested. They're already going to have reinforcements coming back into. So, oh, never mind. He went down immediately. Trump's right here. Is he using the BAR? No, he's got the machine gun. Must not have been him, unless he got him with a pistol. Oh, he saw the spawn in. He's going to get his MG set up. Oh, headshot with the MG. He'll be able to cover that while they push up and clear out that OP. Here comes Data right now. We'll come back to this in just a second. I want to see what these guys are doing, but I don't want to not pay attention to the battle. Let's just flow back over here real quick. Still kind of stalemate in the center. A nice line formed right here. They've got lots of defenses set up, but that doesn't stop you from getting killed by artillery. Over here in the west, still fighting over this courtyard. They've got SLK pushed up to this house now, but they themselves are still back here in the trenches, so just kind of stalemate over here. So I'm going to go ahead and swing back over here to Data's squad and see what he's got going on. They took control of this cluster of buildings. Now let's see if they can push across. You got 16 right here with an MG. Trying to get a vantage point. He knows they're over there. Not much happening here again either. I'll tell you what we're going to do, since it's a little stalematey. We're going to go back over here to the center, get down here nice and low, and do a little flyby. See what's going on. Get him, Garlic. Garlic's got the MG set up right here with the rockets going out. They could push across this now. They've got enough pressure. Ooh, almost got taken out with a rocket, and I was just about to zoom in over here and take a look. They do have counter machine guns covering the open area, so it's hard to get across. I feel like if they got some smokes out here, maybe they could get into this set of trenches here and at least advance their position to the next set of cover, but easier said than done. Way easier said than done. SLK still got a pretty big buildup in the west. Not pushing too hard. Just exchanging some fire down here. Brosov Stalin returning fire with his squad. Tiandao trying to get a hold of Brosov Stalin. Some rockets coming in. Almost takes him out. Get their reinforcements, catch it before they can get across the open area, though. Their OP is understandably a little far back. It's protected back there, but it's hard to get away from it. Back over here in the center, they've just got the one tank at the moment with their other tank further back, so they really lost some of their tanks while I wasn't looking. But they got a 76 holding the center. It looks like they lost the one that was over on the left, and he's now laying down cover fire from way back here. Can barely even see that far, but he can because he's a tank. Just way out there, you can see it. Let's head back up here and see what's going on with Data. He's starting to hit a lot more resistance. He himself just holding on to this house. Redacted. So they got another squad leader up here. They must have a garrison, and they do. Got SLK squad leader goes down right here, but he's got an OP right there in the trees. Took out one of Data's guys. Data took him out. Still just holding his position though. That garrison up over here is now getting pushed pretty hard by SLK. They're trying to clear it out. This flank, it's still open, it's still doing stuff, but SLK is pretty aware of it at this point. They do have one of their tanks kind of close. You know, that they had that machine gun over here before and stuff. That, oops, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss from Yodachu. Shooting at, well, technically the front of it. He gets a hit. Not enough to take it down. But they do have another AT coming from behind. Going for the long rocket. Ooh, it's a little short. Here it comes, here it comes. Oh, almost had him. Almost had him. I don't know if he moved in the nick of time or if it was just barely a miss, but whew, that would have been a dead tank. Oh, he just took a hit. Took a hit from the back. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Over there. Must have been that tiger that was on the back side. Oh, he's right here. He is right there. He drove right up over here and got him between these buildings. Nice shooting. SLK. I was going to say your name, but I can't say your name. Alright, back over here in the center. Oh, but while we weren't looking, we were paying so much attention to what was going on behind SLK that we did not pay enough attention to what's going behind TL. Big flank coming on from SLK. They got a single squad at the moment, but it looks like they're going to get a satchel onto this 76 here. The other 76 pushed up over there, so he's no longer behind and able to flank. Bisper pulling back. Takes him out. Ooh, he's going to get caught in that. Nah, he's get taken out anyway, but they're going to lose that 76. And it looks like SLK actually has a little bit of a hold here. Got taken out by his own satchel. A little too close. I hear a bombing run. Looks like it hit the 76. Just a little bit of damage though. They do still have a squad leader over here. I hear him taking fire from the rear. It's the commander. We gotta see this. Commander. Do it, Commander. He got some help from someone. Spets. It looks like they're gonna clear out that OP. Nice job by TL. So they cleared that out. Looks like the there's the OP. Spets just gliding. Oh, they get a spawn in at the last second. Udasha with the hip fire just slayed a bunch of them. Now the commander's stuck there again. Got some artillery coming in though. Not sure whose that is. Most likely that's TL artillery, since I'm pretty sure SLK artillery's landing right over here on that building. Trying really hard to get rid of this OP. The commander there by himself. They're going to get another spawn in too, so they're just holding. He's going to pop some smokes, try and cover that spawn in. Yodachu with his hipfire machine gun again. It's hard to shoot when you can't see. There's a big spawn in by TL. I would think they'll be able to clear this out eventually. They got tanks coming up the road. Rocket takes out the OP a split second before the spawn in. Those guys are so lucky. Now they lost their, they did lose their squad leader, so this attack's gonna get cleaned up. Meanwhile, over here in the west, still a lot of pressure coming on this 76. These tanks have just been doing work for Team Liquid, trying to keep these guys out of here. Just holding this little position here, this building and this trench. Now you do got a squad leader here. Looks like he could place an OP here, get his troops up closer. Not sure where his OP is, but he's very close to that tank. And if they could get rid of that tank, then like I said, they could just push right up and through here. TL responded appropriately though. They fell back hard and cleared up the south. Nice little firefight going on here in the center. A little exchange back and forth. Let's head back up over here on the north again. So you can see that Redacted still is up here. He still has his squad up here. SLK is aware of it though. They've been fighting them this whole time, so they're having a hard time making any ground. I mean, they were in those buildings over there. They now are up here in this building. So they have pushed up a little bit. They have gained a little ground. But now you got SLK guys coming in from behind them, getting rockets on the tank though. Could be their objective is just to get this tank. Redacted goes down from the driver's machine gun. And 16 took out the AT, but Hippie took out 16. Data. Well, these guys are flopping. Or however they say it in... That's what they say in Europe. They say flopping. I don't know. They're just squad jumping. That's, I guess, what we'd say in America. That's what I would say. I don't know. I don't know what they say in the APL. One of you guys will tell me. Purple Heart Lane Snow Edition. Here comes a bombing run. Doesn't really get anything. Maybe a garrison, but I couldn't say for sure. They do have one of their Tigers right there. Looks like he took some damage. They actually control the courtyard of Foy. They're not capping or anything, but they do control this courtyard. Eyes outward, Yudachu kind of coming around the one direction. They're not really looking. Smoke's coming down. Now that's got to be TL's artillery dropping smokes on them. 6-6 coming in from the northwest. 16 from the north. Big spawning. They got a garrison right there. Oh, it's an airhead. They got the airhead right in there. They're starting to cap. Oh my goodness, TL's starting to cap on Foy right now. There's a flare. They got enemies have a... Or enemies. Say it again. SLK has a flare up. They are aware that there's a lot of TL guys in this area. They're starting to fall back. They're reacting to it. They're seeing the cap. I can hear one of the tanks coming now. I'm going to keep backing up. Here comes the Tiger. Just driving straight in there, trying as hard as he can to stop the cap. You can see the SLK is coming down really hard from the northwest. Maybe cutting off that airhead. They've stopped the cap. They're pulling it back. That Tiger. That Tiger, if TL wants to cap this, they have to get rid of that Tiger. That Tiger's got a lot of support around it now. They're trying to get the satchel on. I don't think he got it on. He did not. He's got the satchel on. He goes down, but they got the satchel on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's pull back, see what happens here. They have taken hold of this northeast corner pretty hard. Got Paulstrus is still here. I don't know where his OP is, but he's going to have a hard time keeping these guys out on his own. He does take a couple of them down. Or one of them down. 6-6 looking to get around him. Didn't see who got him. I think it was Megamin. They did clear that out. Looks like they have done a pretty good job of stopping this attack. They lost the Tiger, but they have cleared out TL. Let's go ahead and switch back over to Southern, see what's going on over here. Not sure if they had to fall back to stop an attack. It looks like SLK did finally get through here on the northwest area of Southern Edge. They are in the trench, so this counter push going for them now. I hear a plane. What is it? What did he drop? Don't see it. Not sure what he dropped. Could have been an airhead. Rainbow Dash right up here in this trench. Bick right on top of him. Probably spotted him. Maybe he's doing a reload. Gets a hold of him. They clear out the trench. TL takes back a hold of Southern Edge. Now they're pushing out on the east side. And it's really open, really empty. Not a lot going on out here. You see Chick going out for a wide flank. It's like at the same time they each had a squad leader go out for the wide flank. Chick for SLK and Redacted for TL. Doing the same things. What? SLK dropped a counter airhead right in the point, lost it immediately. Rockets going out. The house is already clear though. Galtia's just trying to get in on their flank. Some artillery hits coming in. SLK pushing pretty hard in the front. The artillery coming in hard. Well-timed, well-placed artillery set up immediately to stop that attack. It's okay, or sorry, TL doesn't have any pressure on this side anymore. They cleared this out, so that's gone. Over here on the west side, they did take control of this whole area. However, SLK does have a squad behind them, being engaged by 2 tanks, so they're probably going to have a rough go with that. TL just slipping right past them, though. Really capitalizing. They had so much pressure on that point when they were in there capping that a couple of their squads were really able to push in and get up further in. This is probably their best chance to attack into Foy, too. There's just you got these trees here, this row of trees and courtyards that you can use for cover. It goes right into these courtyards that you can use for cover, and then right into this. Just cover all the way up. This road, this area right here is vital right now. And TL is taking control of it. I would think they'll just push straight into Foy, but we'll see. They could also use it. It depends on how much SLK is able to get the pressure here in the front. Some rockets going in to that house, stopping there. Cleared this all up, pushed them right back across the open area. So yeah, it's this right here. This is where the fight is about to be, because this is the most important spot on the map right now. It looks like SLK is reacting to this pressure too. They're pulling their guys back from the front. TL is going to capitalize on the lack of enemy presence in the center. Push up to that house, maybe further. Oh, Trump's right here, buddy. Oh, caught him in a reload, I think. Got a couple of them. Oh, let go. Always sucks when you're caught in that kind of position. Ken already changing name back. Here we go. Here comes the fight in the woods right here. Brosov Stalin holding his position behind those rocks, letting his squad push up. Thread goes down, I think, from Brosov. Got a couple squad leaders from SLK down here. This cluster of trees getting filled up with troops. TL did push up a little bit in the center. Not as far as I thought they would, but with the artillery coming down, not sure whose artillery that is. Probably TL. So maybe just trying to get the artillery going down in front of them. Out here in the east, I swear, everywhere I look, Trump's right ear is there. He's always on the screen. He's going to run into 6-6. He's going to take him out. Got another squad leader for SLK coming this way. There's pretty decent pressure swinging out and around out here in the east. SLK is reacting to it. They know they're there. Some of these fights are getting a little far out into the open. Real wide open shots happening. You know, a couple 100-meter shots going down out here. Mello getting some flank fire, starting to draw some machine gun fire. So now SLK is directing machine guns over here. Look at the map more. Badlock will get very, very angry. I just don't. I'm sorry. Here's the map. See? Here's this cluster of buildings I keep talking about. You can see TL's got a good stronghold of that. Here's the center right here. You can see that SLK has a lot of presence there. You can't really see what SLK's doing because I can't see their map, but here they are. Kind of clustered, but spread out enough that they still have good control of their territory. TL now way out here in the east. They got starting to condense this flank out here. Some vehicles going down. What do we got out here? Looks like SLK trying to get out and around, get a garrison out here. Looks like TL lost all of their presence, and I'm sure they have an OP, but looks like SLK is looking to push out and around the east flank again. We'll have to come back in a second and see what they do with that. Now they're pushing this supply truck like directly into this machine gunner. We'll see if he spots that and takes him out. Yeah, he's setting up right now. That truck is doomed. There goes the commander. But they will likely take out the TL's OP over there. Heading back over here. Center's still holding strong. SLK is now pushing back on the west side. They're starting to push TL back. They've took control of these woods again. The fight has moved back down to these houses. So TL was up over here in these woods a second ago, and now they're down here in these houses. There, I'm using my map. Got some guys pushing out wide for TL, trying to get across these open areas, but SLK guys already in position to stop them. Looks like the flanks are extending way out wide now. Give it a second. The fight will drop back in here in a minute. Somebody will take control of this. SLK. So they're pushing TL all the way out down through this courtyard, which they have to do to get rid of them because they need to push them out across the open area. But if they can take control of this area here, they can start pushing across through here and getting pressure on. Even if they can't make it across, they can get the pressure on and force TL to have to redirect their forces to react to it. And again, like I said, if you can control the tempo of the battle, you can start making your enemy make mistakes. They've got one of their tanks out here on the east flank now. They're really starting to concentrate their forces over here, getting all the way out for the wide flank. Let's got his machine gun, but he's looking north. He is not looking to his east, so he's still getting flanked out here by SLK's guys. And oh, I thought he went down. He's taking fire from the east now. Here's the shots. Getting the bandage. Here comes a bombing run. Looks like a bombing run going for the tanks. Don't think they really got much of a hit. I mean, they did some damage to this one. He's wounded now. Looks like they're both wounded, so they did take some damage from that bombing run, but there isn't really anything close by, I don't think. It doesn't seem like they're taking too much pressure from enemy tanks. Let's see if we can get a spot on the enemy tanks again. So, keeps calling them enemy tanks. I'm sorry, I can't help it. You guys are red, and red is bad. Got one of the Tigers over here trying to clear him out. Got Ken's squad still holding strong on these buildings. Having a hard time dealing with this Tiger, though. He's keeping them from pushing any further. So they're just kind of locked here at the moment. Don't have any of their tanks. All of their tanks are further back, so they don't have any of the American tanks to back them up. And SLK now has a pretty strong push going on in the center. They had control of the trenches for a second. They lost control of it. TL is now using their tanks to put some fire into those trenches. Got a couple other guys pushing up, trying to get control of those trenches again. There's almost nobody in the center. That's how contested it is. This house has been cleared out. SLK is swinging around to the east. They're losing their guys. It looks like TL is going to be able to clean this up. There's another strong push coming across the open. If they can get across this open area. Now, because TL built these defenses, they got cover, but that's where the artillery's coming in. So they're going to have a hard time getting past it. TL lost a lot of their guys back here, though. The trenches are still empty. Artillery's doing its work. It's getting really hard. Got tank rounds coming in. Big spawn in up there from SLK. They've been kind of getting a cap on. TL's now back in the trenches. Artillery still coming in heavy. SLK has 2 close-in spawns, though. They've got that house, and they've got one out here in this open area. Looks like TL just dropped a garrison marker for it. They know there's a lot of spawns coming in. They've got one of their OPs just right there in the open. Trant should be able to see that in a second, if he didn't get blown up anyways. TL takes back control of the trenches. We'll see how long they can hold it, though. SLK still got a lot of pressure. That's this artillery. TL's artillery is coming down hard on him. Here comes the precision strike. And he gets him. Took out one of the heavy tanks back here. TL loses one of their tanks. They really needed that tank. Here comes a lot of pressure right in the front doors. A lot of SLK's guy going down. They'll see what they can do. It's all going to come down to marksmanship right here. A lot of pressure coming in from SLK. Right here, right now, in the front door. They've kind of got a foothold. TL still got plenty of guys in the trenches, though. Losing that one tank, they lost a bit of their pressure, a little of their heavy fire, though. Artillery, I don't see the artillery coming down anywhere, so... Oh, he's redirected the artillery now. They're aware of that spawn. They've got the arty coming down on it hard. They can probably see that OP through the doorway. Rockets going in. Got Rainbow Dash right on the other side of that barrier. Some heavy fighting going on here in the center. I love it. I love this. This is what I'm talking about. I've been waiting all night for this to happen. Let's go, boys. Got the artillery coming down. You got tank fire coming in. Precision strikes, taking out tanks. You got the whole thing. TL's got a pretty good push coming up back from the south now. Taking a good stronghold. What am I hearing? Here comes one of the Tigers. Pushing right up to directly behind the artillery fire. That's going to put a lot of pressure here in the front. He needs to make sure he doesn't hit or doesn't put himself in range of that artillery. Here comes the spawn in, protected by the Tiger. Let's see if they can get through that artillery without taking too many casualties. And big artillery round takes out the whole squad. Here comes one of the heavies for TL. He's wounded. But he's going to see if he can get some pressure onto that Tiger. He's keyholing through the building right now. Should be able to get a shot on. He's going to peek. Rocket fire going on in the Tiger right now. Tiger takes a swing and a miss at the heavy. He's going for the flank. He's going around. He's going to go over the trench. No, he doesn't go over the trench. He's stopping right here on the side. Takes a hit. Gets a hit on the Tiger. Pretty sure there's an AT shooting at this heavy from behind us. Sure enough, he goes down, but he did get a hit on the Tiger. There's another Tiger over here on the northwest that gets him from the rear, though. That's what got him. This other Tiger severely damaged, but still holding strong. There's got a decent cap going on the point. TL still has a lot of infantry in the trenches, but tanks add a lot of cap weight. Cap is still dropping, is still going towards SLK. They've got a lot of troops coming in here from the northwest. TL doing what they can to stop them. They got a flank fire going on. They should be able to hold them up pretty good, but with that tank, They might be able to squeeze some guys in, and every single guy that makes it into the center is just contributing to that cap weight. TL is in a pretty desperate position here. They really need to get rid of that Tiger that's in the point if they want to hold on to this. And they were just starting to get in on it. Artillery takes them out. About 3/4 of the way through this cap. TL starting to pull it back now. Couple of good spawn-ins for TL. They're still taking a lot of casualties inside these trenches. This Tiger is right in their face. Nice rocket hit into the building. Can't quite get shooting the Tiger's shooting the building right in front of him to make sure they can't get the satchel on. The Tiger goes down, and still a little bit of pressure coming on in from SLK, but I think that's going to be a good strong hold from TL. So let's go ahead, swing around, take a look. After such a heavy fight, let's take a look around, see what's going on. SLK's got their commander back here. They do. TL no longer has any tanks back here. They did just get a spawn in though. That commander will probably go down from those reinforcements. SLK puts a flare up. Shouldn't be able to see too much with that flare. A lot of the TL's guys are up in the trenches. Excuse me. Most of SLK's attack is now coming across the open area in the east. Gonna back up. Got some more rockets coming in. They lost their Tiger and they lost their pressure, but they still have a lot of attack coming on. They're coming across this open area. TL is reacting to it though, and it's going to be really hard for SLK. It depends on what happens back here, I guess. If they can, they're cutting a knife. They're cutting a knife across the road right here, and so TL's got their reinforcements coming in from down here, and SLK is putting a blockade right here, stopping those reinforcements getting in the circle. When the reinforce is about to drop on southern edge, SLK might start capping this again. They do have most of the trenches now. The last pizza roll is the last pizza roll in the circle right now. Probably has an OP, is just waiting for some reinforcements. Artillery takes out SLK's guys right there. He's just outside, or pizza roll's just outside artillery range. He gets a spawn in. He stops the cap that SLK had going on. TL has one of their tanks now behind them, backing them up. SLK has a little bit of pressure in the trenches. More rockets going on to that house. SLK managed to get a good wave across that open area. That was impressive. No smokes or nothing. They got stopped, but that was a good attack. TL reacting well, bringing their forces back for the defense. Still getting flanked a little bit, but they've got Bisper and Redacted headed out that way to stop it. Yeah, SLK though, they have a lot of presence here in the center. TL is bringing their reinforcements from down south of the border. Where is that Luke shooting from? Oh, he's right there. Right up in there. They've got another spawn in. There is a little bit of a cap going on at Foy. Just gonna real quick, I'm gonna scoot over there and see what's going on. It's just Trump's right here as a squad leader against the commander, so he might drop an OP. They might start flipping Foy back there. We'll see what happens. This might become a cap race. He's now starting to cap Foy. There's a lot of pressure here in the trenches, but they are capping Foy. Alright, SLK starting to pull it back now. It's a little back and forth. SLK will most likely pull some of their forces back to deal with this. They can no longer win a cap race. They have to stop this. Starting to pull it back. Then there it is. Still fighting over the center pretty hard. SLK's got some guys, you know, they're right here behind the Lukes that went down. They're in the gun pit. TL's pushing their heavy right up into the circle. That dude just straight up exploded. The last pizza roll goes down. TL takes pretty good hold of this. they've just got the SLK just has recon in here, so he can call things out and give information, but he's not really going to do much for cap. Still some more guys coming up from the east. Looks like Bisper managed to get around these guys, so he's actually going to flank them from behind. Take out their spawns as they push towards Redacted and this other tank that looks like it's sitting at a weird angle. So, kind of looking like the fights are going to shift over here now. On the west. So TL no longer down here on the southwest side of these courtyards. They're pushing from this tank here. Oop, that's speed up, not slow down. Just pushing from this house here. Got some pressure on here. It's a little intermixed with red and blue. We got the OP right there. Got Tigers in the building. SLK goes down. I think they have an OP right behind that house. They've been putting an OP behind this house for like the whole match. So, but right as they clear that out, they've got more reinforcements coming in. Use the Piat goes down from WW1. Brosov Stalin holding back here by the tank. They've got a little bit of crossfire going on in these trees that SLK is stuck in. But they themselves are getting caught out on the west side. SLK coming in wide. They'll have been called out by Agent Mulder. X-Files. I was about to start humming the theme song, but it's probably copyrighted. Better not do that. Where's Leroy to hold the road and get the top kills? I don't know. Max holding back here. I'm surprised Mulder hasn't taken him out. Took a shot at him and missed. Let's shift back over here to where more of the action is, though. SLK bringing in a lot more of their forces over here. Their cap weight, I wanted to say, but their potential cap weight. Got one of their Tigers pulling up over here, getting ready to face off with this Stewart. That Stewart's not going to be very happy to see that there's a Tiger over there. WW1 takes out JB. The commander goes down. WW1 gets taken out by the Stewart. Looks like the Tiger's just going to push straight through and shoot the Stewart right in the face. Maybe. Tiger's looking over towards the point. Okay, he's moving his gun. He's aware of the Stewart now. That is a full tank, so they will have a spotter. Got Ken and Bick trying to get around behind the Tiger. I think that was actually MSAP over there. Just got that Tiger with the long shot from downtown. Some good shooting. All right, that's going to take away a lot of the pressure over here on the west side, especially since this way far west flank was spotted. So let's shift over here, see what's going on in the east. Not a whole lot. This did get cleaned up as we seen what happened. Still got guys swinging out wide, but TL's prepared for it. They've got guys in place to catch those flanks. In the center, kind of seems like this is where the fight's going to develop here in a second. You got Spets and Garlic pushed up to this house, right up on top of White. Garlic takes him out. Looks like they're looking to build a repair station here for the tanks. Really take a firm control here. Just clearing out everything that they can. Maybe this fight's going to be in the east. It kind of looked like maybe TL was going to push the center here, but they're just kind of feeling it out, keeping their tanks in place. Makes sense. You don't really want to fight here. It gets really hot and heavy there. Did I just hear something blow up over here? Was that the Stewart? I think the Stewart just went down. Artillery coming down over here, not sure whose. Pretty much all of TL guys are gone from over here, though. Still can see the OP there for Brosov Stalin. SLK's got quite a few troops over here on the west side, though. Pushing out a little wide. Artillery coming down on them hard. Isn't really anything from TL close by to stop them, though. Let's, looks like they're going to push out wide. Try and get all the way out and around. So, coincidentally, there's an AT gun over there waiting for them. Yeah, looks like they held pretty good over here on the west side. And the east, everything's kind of spread out. It feels like both teams are just kind of feeling each other out right now, looking for weaknesses, looking for openings in the flank. You can see that's okay. Is he even inbounds? Yeah, you're not inbounds. It's not like that's against the rules or anything, but you're out of bounds. Pushing way out and around trying to get something in place. So they getting a little low on time now. I mean, we're down to the last 15 minutes. So, I mean, there's still plenty of time for just about any kind of attack. But, you know, when you start getting down there the last few minutes, you don't have much time left to set up attacks. And you just kind of push your way in. So we'll see what happens here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. As we get down here towards the end of this match. Got the heavy pushing fire over here on the west. Cleared that out, but now there's more guys coming down from the north. Still pushing towards the west. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a troop's eye view again. Just spotting that tank over there. What do? He's in great cover. He's got a good field of fire. So hard to get through this. Just got guys out on the flanks now. You can't really get through the front. TL really using their tanks to their best advantage. Shot the wall right there. Just shooting at infantry over there, I think. Trying to see what he's got vision on. Shooting at squad leader over there, I think. SLK has a lot of guys over here in the west. I keep expecting them to push through, and I know that tank is doing a lot of it, but I gotta give props to the TL shooters over here on the west. Like, I've only ever really seen a handful of them over here, and they're doing a great job of holding on to their sector. Got Brosov Stalin's got dudes pushing in close. He would have heard that ping. Tank saves him. He lost his OP. That's how close they got. They're right up in here. Pushes over. He gets some fire on him. Little back and forth here across this open area. Brosov Stalin doing work. He goes down. The tank is kind of alone right now. Ken out here further to the west, still trying to clear these buildings out. Ken getting a lot of pressure from Tiandao. They're right on top of each other. Gets shot right in the side. That's going to give SLK a lot of command over this area. They're going to control this area a lot better. They didn't push all the way out though. The OP is still there. We'll see if this infantryman out here has got a good vision on that. Now, of course, they can't really push in too far. That tank's got a good hold. Oh, he spotted. He took out the OP, but Ken is still there. Should be able to replace that OP. Got some rockets going off towards the tank. You can see the garrison spread. They've got good garrison spread, good vision on the map. Most of the pressure is just right here in the west, and it's not terribly heavy. Again, just a little bit of shooting, a little bit of back and forth from a distance. Here's that trench I was talking about. They could get some guys up into this, around this house, take control of this area, get rid of that tank. Just kind of waiting to see what happens here. Got 2 squad leaders pushed right up close. There goes Broseph. Stalin went down and he lost his OP, so that means TL is going to lose all of their infantry presence over here, except for Ken. Ken can still get a flank fire, but he's kind of off to the side. This tank is going to have to back off. It's going to have to concede some of the pressure for SLK. Some rockets coming in. Don't know where SLK's tanks are. Let's take a quick look around, see if we can find their tanks. Not seeing anything back here. I see Data way up there in the north again. Going for the long flank. Here's one of the Tigers. And that's here, way up here. So, out a little bit, just putting on some distance fire. Maybe he can see that. I mean, tanks can see a long ways. He might be able to see that 76 from here. I don't know, though. There's a lot of obstacles. It'd be hard to get a keyhole through all that stuff. Yeah, he's definitely shooting over here. Looks like he can almost get a shot on Slug here in this 76. Getting some good long distance shots onto southern edge. Artillery coming down on the point. There's no pressure, but they're still taking casualties here. Never did find out what happened to that guy who swung way out wide. I don't see him anymore, so I don't think he made it very far. There's a truck. A couple of guys trying to make it out wide. Looks like Bisper took out that squad leader, so they're trying. They're trying really hard to get out and around the flanks. TL is just waiting for them. Here's something. Here's something. They did get an OP and a spawn in out here. And they built an AT gun. Wow. I see them taking machine gun fire from Monster over there. Throwing smokes, trying to keep that AT gun alive. Gets another hit on the tank. They're starting to take some fire from the rear, it sounds like. Maybe. There goes the AT gun. No, but... Wait. What took you down? Something over here? Where did that come from? Oh, you are running an AT gun. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. I just want to see what you're looking at. Okay, we're not doing that again. I just wanted to see what he was looking at so that we could see what kind of shots he's got. But boom! He didn't get the gun, but he killed the guy. Nice shooting, Gil. Oh, did he just redeploy? I think he redeployed. Here's Ken, moved his OP, shifted himself back to the east a little bit so that he can cover this tank, which just got taken out. TL just lost both of their heavies over here. That could cause them some problems here in the center. Now that you look at it too, here comes SLK pushing in the middle. Not too much pressure yet, but TL doesn't have a ton of guys here at the moment. Pushing in from the west too, and they lost their tanks over here. This is SLK's chance to get a lot of pressure on right in the front. Back up a little bit, see what they do. Getting down, they've got plenty of time to start the cap here. And and every time they start getting pressure on, I look up and I see Foy starting to get capped. They got one guy in the capture zone and they're starting to cap it. So there's absolutely nothing going on at Foy. Here comes one of the Tigers way out in the west. They could really use that Tiger up here in the point right about now. Hear a bombing run coming. I don't know whose it is. Does not appear to be TL's. Oh. There is another swing and a miss for the bombing run. Or was it? Or was it? Scratch that. 4 down with that bombing run. Good strong push now coming from SLK. Got a Tiger coming in. He's taking some rockets hits, but he's getting right into the center. They're pulling back Foy, of course, because there was nobody there. So They get that spawn back in on the OP. So maybe they can get these guys while they're out in the open, but if they can't get rid of that Tiger, it's going to be really hard for them to keep their heads up. SLK's got some heavy machine gun fire coming in. Machine gunner goes down. TL needs to get their MGs up and running. They did manage to stop this pressure from coming across. Looks like the 76 went down. I didn't even realize he was still up. I had assumed he was dead with that Tiger being that close. Good, more map. So you can see the SLK is spawning from here and like right here and here. Coming from over there, and they got this other Tiger. They got 2 Tigers on the point now. They're gonna start getting a lot of pressure up here. Artillery is about the only thing holding their infantry out, coming down on that building. Data holding in this house, shooting people in the back, trying to keep them from pushing across the open area. Ken's squad throwing flank fire across from down here on the southwest. World War I trying to stop him. Still got his OP. WW1 goes down. Tiger pushing up, trying to support the other Tiger, getting a little more pressure on. Mr. Insane Bunny is probably what it says. I don't know. TL machine gunner holding his position. You got Trance's squad still holding in the trenches. The last pizza roll over here on the other in the center of the trenches. They've got a hold of this entire area. SLK coming in hard. There comes a precision strike. Not really sure what it was going for. It hit something though, I think. I think it took somebody out. Either way, pushing really hard, trying to come across the open areas. They've got guys out here in the east trying to get some flank in across this open area on the east side. Got just about 180-degree envelopment coming on as they push in here, trying to come across the open spots. TL doing a great job staying down, keeping the infantry out while they've got these 2 Tigers right in their face. They can't quite get their AT guys on them though. If they could get their artillery directly on those Tigers, maybe they could take them out. It's hard to kill tanks with artillery though, so it's hard to say. Here comes the Stuart for the rescue. Let's see if the Stewie can take out the Tigers. Oh, a ricochet, dude! You need to get more behind it. You need to get more behind it. Oh, he does it! One Tiger goes down to the Stuart. The precision strike takes out the other one. Both the Tigers go down. That's going to take off a lot of the pressure from SLK, but they got a lot of infantry pushing in. TL has just as much infantry here in the point. Looking like they're going to hold pretty strong. SLK was capping it for a second. TL's now pulling it back. Killing SLK as they come across the open areas. No pressure coming in from the west. Looks like they're trying to get their garrisons back up over there. They do have about a minute and a half, so they don't really have a lot of time for anything fancy, but they do have enough time to cap this if they can push hard enough. It's really hard though. You got these guys right here, right up on them. They just some back and forth. I can't even call out the names. They're going down so fast. TL's got tanks. There we go. Pushing buttons, couldn't figure out why I couldn't see the tanks anymore. Got tanks rolling in. Some people don't like it when they're lit up. I like it when they're lit up because it's easier for me to spot them. Got Stewie over here on the west, just shoving their tanks right in SLK's face. Does not even care anymore. Just said, get out of here. This is our point. We live here. Big booms going on. Tanks taking them out, just rolling right on through, not even stopping. Got the Greyhound pushing around behind. Stewie takes a rocket hit, just keeps pushing. They take out the infantry. They got these 3 tanks just working in concert. They did get a spawn in behind them, but probably not going to be able to do much. 10 seconds left for SLK to start the cap, and it is not looking like they're going to be able to do it. So 3, 2, 1. All right, that is going to be a victory for TL. So we'll just go ahead and run out the clock. See who gets what kills. But that's really good job for TL. They did an amazing job holding their lines. SLK did a good job. Both of these teams did phenomenal. I mean, they were just They had a couple times where they would just grind at each other, but generally, if an attack failed, they were instantly pushing flanks. I would think I would honestly say that TL. You don't want to see Badlock when he's angry. I'm not sure who Badlock is, but I don't want anybody mad at me, so let's just not do that. Yeah, I don't. I think that TL did a phenomenal job with their tanks. They really had their tanks. You know, they had one tank in the west, one tank in the east, and one tank in the center, and they just didn't always kept them in with the infantry. They didn't really push them too far forward, and just great job with the tanks. The Tigers did. You know, I saw. Don't get me wrong. I saw the Tigers make some good plays, but I just feel like the 76s, the American tanks were just more in the action. But we could take a look at the combat scores in the end, and you know, this is all just my opinion. So calling it how I think I see it. Some artillery and some fighting going on. Let's get up here, right up in the front. Get them, boys. Get some more kills last second. Finally push into these cluster of trees that they've been trying to get into this whole game. Getting the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GG to TL. Congratulations, TL, for their victory. Thank you, everybody who was watching. I'll go ahead and shut her down, and you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.